welcome to my class for today. Okay, so today we are going to talk about balancing of chemical equation. And in chemistry, we mostly deal with chemical equations, and balancing this chemical equation is very, very important in chemistry. Chemistry is all about reactions, and these reactions comes with equations, and the equation must be balanced in order to obey the law of conservation of mass, which states that atoms can neither be created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. This means that the atoms present in the reactants, that's in those substances that react, is the same substance, the same atoms that must be present in the product. So the number of atoms present in the reactant is equal to the number of atoms present in the product. So therefore, balancing of chemical equation is very, very important in order for all reactions to obey the law of conservation of mass. Example of a chemical reaction and how we can balance it. I'll use a popular one. Example, sodium reacting with chlorine to give sodium chloride. First step, remember, is to write out the correct formula of the substances involved. So sodium reacting with chlorine gives us sodium chloride. First step done. Second step is count the atoms on the reactant and the product. So the reactant area, we have sodium, 1 atom of sodium, chlorine, 2 atoms of chlorine. And then in the product side, we have sodium, 1 atom of sodium, and chlorine, 1 atom of chlorine. Shows that 1 atom of chlorine on the product and 2 atoms of chlorine on the reactant. Shows that this equation is not balanced. How are we going to balance it? The next step is introduce coefficients where necessary. So now, since we have 2 and we have 1 here, we have to introduce coefficient to the less effective atoms. So we have to introduce 2 atoms of, so now we have sodium, this will go with this, so we have 2 atoms of sodium, 2 atoms of chlorine. We have 2, since it was already 1 and we introduced 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 atoms of sodium, 2 times 1 is 2. We have 2 atoms of chlorine. Now we move over to the reactant. We have 2 chlorine, but 1 sodium and 2 sodium. So what we have to do, we have to also introduce a coefficient to the sodium, and we'll have 2. Since it's already 1 sodium and we have 2 now, so we'll say 2 times this one is 2. Have 2 sodium. Okay, so now we have 2 sodium on the reactant side, 2 sodium on the product side, 2 chlorine on the reactant side, and 2 chlorine on the product side. This shows that this equation is now balanced. So the balanced equation of this reaction is 2 sodium plus 2 chlorine equals 2 molecules of sodium chloride.